In today's video, I'm going to be addressing how a man should approach a woman while cold approaching. Now, cold approaching is going up to a woman with the intent to get to know her based upon attraction. Because let's face it, men, attraction does play one of the most important roles in the very act of cold approaching. Now, it's something that sometimes we have a hard time admitting to because it seems unfair or etc., but it really isn't. You want someone who's attracted to you, but you also want to be attracted to your partner. And this is something that's not wrong. So I think it's very important to note that just because you find someone attractive doesn't mean they necessarily will find you attractive. And that's okay. And to try not to take it personally, although that can be a little hard because we look how we look and sometimes we can't change that. But I want to give you guys the key principle that you guys can embody that has nothing to do with your physical looks, but it has everything to do with your intent, your desire, your pursuit, and the confidence going into the interaction. If you go up to a woman that you find attractive, and perhaps there was zero eye contact before the initial interaction. Maybe you were trying to get her eye contact, she wasn't aware of you, etc. That's okay. If a woman is giving you prolonged eye contact, it's usually a great indicator that she is interested. She is basically saying, maybe come closer, I want you to approach me. And this is scary for a man because what if you're wrong? What if you go up to a woman and you guys were giving eye contact and now you're looked at as a weirdo because maybe she didn't have the same cues that you were giving off? Well, that's life. That's life. We can't know what another person is thinking. We are not mind readers. However, we do need to approach the situations that spark desire with confidence. Because what does confidence bring? It brings a level of, I am meant to be here. Why? Because I have purpose. And maybe the very purpose is within cold approaching to show you that you can do it, regardless of how a woman reacts. And I'm not going to say that this is easy. I'm not a man, so I'm not going to, say that I've done it before, although I have once, and I've said that previously. However, I do find it highly, highly attractive when a man does come up to me in pursuit to getting to know me. Why? Well, first and foremost, it's primal. It's masculine. It's a man going after something he desires. And women would be lying if they said that that's not attractive. It is. Going up to a woman needs to be taken lightly. It shouldn't be too serious. You shouldn't, have any sort of manipulation tactics in mind. Okay, drop them. Drop the whole things maybe that you've learned from previous videos of you have to say this to get this outcome, etc. Because listen, every single person is different. People are going to react to your cold approaches in very different ways. And this is just a part of human beings. We all react to different situations in a different way based upon, first and foremost, how we view ourselves, how we treat ourselves, and our very views of the people around us and the world around us. But when you can come into a cold approach setting and you kind of see the woman that you're after, you don't have to complicate things. You don't have to have all of this written stuff down that you have to say and memorize to get the woman. You must drop that before you do that, because you're going to look like it was pre-planned or that you've been practicing in a way that, and when you're practicing, it's not confident. Although yes, you may be practicing, she does not need to know that. You need to come in the room or in that interaction with, I've done this before, I've gotten great results from it, and I am a worthy man, worthy of taking you out on a date. And guess what? You are lucky to go on a date with me. And when you bring that energy and that magnetism forward, she will appreciate it first and foremost because you're not beating around the bush. The worst cold approachers are the ones who prolong conversation and not get to the point. There's a level of friendly conversation, sure, that you can have to kind of adjust to one another and sense sense each other out. But if that's prolonged, she will get irritated, perhaps annoyed, and maybe you will be showing her that you're invading her personal space. Because if you're not coming forward with anything right away, why are you there? Question that. And I say question that because it surely does need to be questioned. My greatest advice for you men, coming from a woman who has been cold approached before, I found it the most respectable when a man came forward with confidence, dominance, desire to get to know me, as well as a lightheartedness that he didn't take it too seriously. I have had in the past where I could tell that the man was taking my response to him in a very serious matter. He really did care if it was a yes or a no. And what you want to do when you are initiating a conversation is to be lighthearted. You don't need to be so serious going into it. You may feel some anxiety moving into the conversation. Please use that anxiety for your test to yourself that you can do things that you perhaps desire, and you can still show up for them regardless of how you feel, regardless of how this society is telling you how to be. Cold approaching is masculine, it's primal, and it's a great form of actual mating that we have lost touch to. We've lost touch to it because we are way too over-identified to our phones, to a screen, to not this here and now moment. And a lot of people are walking around not in the here and now moment. So someone coming up to them is truly frightening because they're not even in the reality. You could scare them. That's why it's great to approach with a calm energy, with a silent confidence that's not overbearing, not being like cheesy pickup lines, like you're gonna wanna date me sort of vibe. Don't do that. Be very chill about it. Say, hey, nice to meet you. My name is etc. And I find you very attractive and I would love to take you out sometime. That simple sentence gets to the point, okay? And you're not beating around the bush, and you're giving her the ability to, first and foremost, know why you're coming up to her, and also for her to give you a very truthful answer based upon your very truthful question. So it saddens me that a lot of men in today's society have given up on the whole cold approaching thing, because I truly think it can help our men become more masculine, especially at younger ages. I would hate to see, if I had a son finding his first girlfriend on a dating app. That's sad. We as a society have lost touch within just what it means to be social human beings. And instead we've become social media beings that are not real and are not portrayed as real, because in reality, we are who we are and we desire what we desire. And a lot of women do hold fear in regards to men approaching them, and I'm not discounting that. But it is no excuse for our men to stop. It's no excuse to get used to kind of sitting back and not going after what you desire. Use it as practice. Even just use it as practice, as feeling the anxiety perhaps of going to approach a woman, and how that same anxiety is happening within you chasing your purpose or your dreams. Use it as a physical action step to push you forward in, yes, dating, but also your personal life, because you are showing yourself that you can still show up in confidence even if there's still anxiety within you, and that's attractive. So I hope today's video helped, and yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye.